Let me ask you something. How is it possible that someone can work 40 years, do everything right, raise a family, pay their taxes, and save what they could, and still end up struggling financially? Well, this happens every day. And the truth is, it's usually not because the person was irresponsible. It's because retirement today is far more complicated, a lot more expensive, and a lot more risky than retirees were expecting. In this video, we're going to be talking about the biggest reasons why seniors and retirees stay broke. And more importantly, what you can do to avoid these financial traps. Some of these may surprise you. And one of them is quietly draining thousands from your bank account every single year. So let's talk about it. Carrying debt into retirement. This is the first reason many retirees stay broke, is debt. And I'm just not talking about credit cards. I'm talking about mortgage payments, car payments, personal loans, lines of credit, and helping your adult children financially. Debt into retirement is dangerous because usually now you're on a fixed income. You can't just work more hours to catch up. If you're on a pension, CPP, OAS, or a retirement income, it's already spoken for the month before you've even spent any. You're constantly paying defense, especially with credit card debt. The 20% interest rate can quietly destroy retirement savings. Your goal? Retirement should be about fixing financial pressure, not carrying yesterday's bills into tomorrow. And here's one that isn't talked about enough: lifestyle inflation. This happens while you've been working over the 40 years, and every time you got a raise, you ended up spending more money. You got a bigger house, newer car, more subscriptions, more convenience, more monthly obligations, and then retirement strikes. But the expensive lifestyle stays. And then suddenly, your retirement savings seems way too small. Convenience has become one of the biggest financial drains of your income. Food delivery, premium TV packages, memberships, impulse Amazon purchases, little life expenses that become huge drains. Sometimes staying broke isn't about big expenses. It's about a death of 1,000 small cuts. Helping adult children too much. This one is hard because it comes from a place of love. But many retirees are financially supporting adult children. Paying cell phone bills, helping them with rent, paying for emergencies, babysitting so often that it's starting to become and affect your health and finances. Sometimes even taking on debt of children and grandchildren. Now, don't get me wrong, helping family is admirable. But sacrificing your retirement security can create a long-term problem for everyone. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Sometimes the next loving thing to do is set boundaries. Not because you don't care, but because your financial retirement survival is important. Ignoring healthcare costs. Retirement planning often ignores this one major expense: your health. Prescription costs, dental work, vision care, mobility aids, hearing aids, travel for appointments, home modifications. You may even need a special diet, and you need to allow for long-term possibilities. These expenses can add up fast, and healthcare expenses are not cheap. Many seniors underestimate how significant the cost of healthcare finances are going to be. And unfortunately, health issues arise when your income and retirement becomes fixed. Planning for healthcare is not pessimism, it's realism. Scams and financial fraud. This one makes me angry. And if you haven't seen my latest video on the 2026 scams that are targeting retirees and seniors, be sure to check it out. As this is an area that affected my family and ended up depleting my parents' savings of every last penny. So I will be sure to link it up in the cards above or in the description box down below. So please be sure to check it out and keep yourself safe. These scammers are particularly targeting seniors and retirees. And ironically, after making my scammers video yesterday, I became the target of a text scam. A text I received from CRA telling me that I had a e-transfer deposit and to click on the link to be able to provide my personal information. This is a scam, as well as phone scams, text scams, bank scams, romance scams, scams involving your grandchildren having an emergency. These scammers are professionals, and they prey on trust, urgency, and fear. Some retirees lose thousands. Some lose their life savings. But the worst part is, many victims feel too embarrassed to talk about it. Please hear this. Smart people get scammed too. And awareness is protection. Slow down. Verify. Hang up if you need to. Call back using verified numbers that you know. Never ever send money to people that you don't know or when you're in a stressful, under pressure situation. Never, ever do this. The next section is no retirement spending plan. Notice that I didn't say budget because a lot of people really hate the word budget. But in retirement, absolutely everyone needs a spending plan. Gas costs more. Home repairs are needed. And then all of a sudden you're asking yourself, where did it all go? Retirement isn't about just saving money. It's about managing the money that you already have. Having a simple monthly awareness plan can change everything. It's not restriction, it's awareness. And this is key. Our next section is waiting too long to adjust. Most retirees know things are getting tight, but they wait. They hope next month will get better. They avoid opening bank statements. They avoid having important conversations. And then before you know it, some financial problems become major emergencies. The earlier you adjust, the more options you have. Downsizing early rather than downsizing in a crisis is always better. Cutting expenses early rather than panic selling is also always better. Planning is always better than reacting. Always. The next section is believing that retirement means stopping. This might be the hardest and biggest mindset shift of all. Retirement doesn't need to mean stopping. Sometimes it can just look different. It can mean that you can work part-time. You can consult. You can monetize your side hustles. You can monetize your hobbies. You can do some pet sitting. You can start a YouTube channel. You can resell, freelance, tutor. The sky's the limit. Retirement does not mean stopping. You can continue to do the things that you love. Sometimes a few extra dollars here and there changes everything. It's not about working forever. It's about creating yourself some flexibility, about doing the things that you enjoy and love, about even giving yourself a sense of purpose. Because often our financial health is in association with our emotional health and mental health. They are all interconnected If retirement is not and doesn't feel as you expected, you're not alone. The rules have changed. Costs have changed. The world has changed. And many seniors and retirees are trying to navigate retirement with old advice that no longer works. But small changes matter. Even very small changes. Having awareness, creating boundaries, planning, protection, honest conversations, intentional spending. All of these things can help create real freedom. Retirement should not make you feel like you're in survival mode. It should give you peace. And while not all plans are perfect, it is really important to stay informed because knowledge is power. So I would love to hear from you. What do you think is the biggest reason that retirees and seniors stay broke? Please leave your answer in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please be sure to share it with someone. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, as it really helps support my channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in for today. I hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.